I really don't know where to start. They say your Camino starts when you walk out the door. Well, in our case, that's hard to determine. First, we don't exactly have our own door. You see, we live in an RV. I guess you could say our Camino began when we moved our RV to my dad's house and stayed with him for a few days before we made our way to Madrid. Or we could say it began when we left his house in the early morning hours of April 10th. Well, we spent a week in Madrid in an Airbnb with Tammy's sister Melanie. That was a great start to this journey, and for Melanie, it was a great taste of hopefully more traveling in her future. Great food, beautiful buildings, and gardens, friendly people.
Hello, we have made it safely to Madrid. We are at the Parroquia San Hermano El Real. This is a cathedral, possibly maybe a church. Anyway, I'm gonna head inside. I don't know if I can take any video in there, but the outside is just gorgeous.
But I think I want to say our Camino began when we said goodbye to Melanie and closed the door to the Airbnb behind us and walked into the streets of Madrid with just our packs on our backs.
Good morning. We are leaving. We are starting our Camino adventure. We are leaving Madrid. We're heading to the train station. So let's go see how it goes. Come on.
Let's do it. We got on the train and settled in for a 3-hour train ride to Pamplona. The plan from there was to try to find someone else who was traveling to St. Jean and ask if they wanted to share the cab to save the cost of the trip, since we expected it to cost around €110. That worked well. We met a couple from Chile that was happy to share the cost.
Well, we're out of the taxi. We've made it to St. Jean Pied de Port. This is getting real. We are looking for our gîte that we are staying in for the night. Let's go.
The excitement was really starting to build. It was April 16th, and we were due to be on the Camino in less than 2 days.
This is pretty cool. This is a climb.
We were welcomed to our gîte by Axe. Axe is from Australia and has owned the building for 6 years and made all the renovations to this 400-year-old building to convert it to a gîte. He has a partner that works here as well, and she is from Holland. There was also a volunteer working here, and she was from Ireland. So this is where I start to find the wildflowers on the Camino. First, there was Leah. She was a super friendly lady from Switzerland who was walking the Camino solo. She was up early that first morning like me, and we got to talking. We joked about how well Tammy slept the night before, and have a little inside joke about that. Not long after, that's true, I made friends first. Tammy got up and joined in our conversation. Little did we know that Leah would be someone we would keep in touch with throughout her and our Camino.
Just incredible.
She started a day later than us, but she joined us in our send-off ceremony.
I'm gonna try to do this without crying. It's been many years. we're on our way. Buen Camino.
Tammy lit a candle at the little chapel right at the start of the Camino, wishing us a safe journey.
This is just incredible. We're 2 miles in our walk for today, and the views just keep getting better.
Yeah.
We are not alone. Lots of pilgrims with us.
Yeah. Our host played a song at our send-off by John Denver called Sweet Surrender. I want to thank them for that.
This is just beautiful. Reminds me of home a little. The Smoky and the mountains.
Getting close to the top. I should summit for the day very shortly, and then go down a little bit into our next town and enjoy the view. It is beautiful, and we'll have the rest of the day to relax.
He lied. He just thought we were at the edge of the climb. Nope. We gotta go all the way up there. See the pilgrim? Yeah. Maybe that's the top. Let's keep going. Ooh-wee. This is a challenge. Yeah. What a climb.
We got into our first town, Orisson, around 12. Had a glass of wine and a bocadilla. Got our accommodations and started to meet some people.
And now I need to time out and think it's a good time to go. So,
We got breakfast this morning, and look, we have a bowl of coffee. A whole bowl full of coffee.
Probably gonna drink it all.
Yeah.
Actually pretty good.
Pretty good coffee? Good morning. Buen Camino from day 2 on the Camino de Santiago. We're starting out in Orisson this morning. What a beautiful sunrise we have. We are making our way to Roncesvalles. It is right about 11 miles, so it's going to be a long day. We start out climbing. We have to finish our climb up to the top of the Pyrenees, and then we make our way down into Roncesvalles.
You said it was 15 degrees Celsius?
No, that was at home.
Oh.
It's nice and warm there. It's a little chilly,
Feels
chilly
like
start.
About probably 40 right now.
Yeah, I think it's 40. And then I know it's supposed to get up to maybe 59, 60, something like that.
Not bad. It was warm in our room last night again, though.
Yeah. I have a little bit of protection from the wind right now. Since we started getting in some elevation up here in the Pyrenees, it just got very windy. It's sunny and beautiful, but that wind's a little cool.
Down on this helicopter coming in here.
how we have managed to end up alone, which we've not done all day long. I don't see anybody in front of us.
This is the most wooded, trail-like part that we've been on so far.
Yeah.
It's a well-paved trail, or marked trail, but it's still out in the woods. Quiet, birds.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And at least we're done climbing. That's the plus.
We just finished climbing the Pyrenees, which were beautiful and windy. Our first day had almost to the top and stopped at Orisson after a short 4.8 miles, 7.8 kilometers. It was tough though, since it was mostly uphill. The second day had us starting out where we left off. Still climbing, seemed a lot more than they said it would be. The views are still beautiful and getting better, also windy. Around the top, Tammy asked me if I was missing my stick yet. She understood it was tough for me to leave my walking stick behind. I thought about maybe building some kind of container out of PVC so that I could ship my stick or bring it with me with my luggage. It was going to be too hard though, and mostly because my stick has a very particular bend in it. Anyway, the stick got left. Back to the trail. Tammy asked if I missed my stick. I did. Although I really didn't need it climbing. I mostly used the stick on the downhills. I said yes. Not 5 minutes later, though I really wasn't looking, I see this branch laying on the side of the trail. There were no trees around, so someone had to have moved it to this location. It was too long and skinny at one end, so I stepped on it to break the small parts off. It had some jagged and cracked pieces on the big end that I had to break off. But once I did all that, it was perfect. I started walking with it and noticed how much it felt just like my stick I had left behind. Even a small knot right at where I was gripping it was in the same place. It was uncanny. Before long, we were on the downhill, and the stick really became useful as a knee saver. They say the Camino provides, and in this case, it was true.
We're coming through this neat little section of forest as we're headed into Roncesvalles. I think we probably have less than a mile. Yeah. Oh, less than a quarter of a mile, James says. So it's been a day. This has been incredible.
Leah leapfrogged us on the downhill, but we did get to spend more time with her not walking in Roncesvalles. Our stay in Roncesvalles was unique. The albergue was in an old monastery dating back to the 13th century. The albergue has about 90 beds. We were awakened promptly at 6 a.m. by a singing monk and lights on.
Good morning from day 3 on the Camino. This is April 20th. We are leaving Roncesvalles and we're headed toward Linzonen, which is about, we have about 8 miles today. Today is my first day carrying my pack. We'll see how that goes. I'm amazed that I'm not sore from the trek that we had yesterday. That was pretty tough. It's gorgeous out here this morning. It's about 46 degrees, which is a perfect temperature to start. So, come on, let's get the day started.
We got a friend. We started our walk this day with Leah, but before long she was gone. Her pace was just too fast for us, and ours was too slow for her. Little did we know that just be the first of a series of people that would come and go in our lives while on this journey.
It's video. It's video.
Is it a video?
Video winner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, bye.
Some people would just be someone to walk with for a while, whose pace was close enough to ours, or to warrant a short conversation. Or maybe they were interesting enough for us to speed up and stay with them for a while. There was Chris from Germany. We walked together for several miles between Roncesvalles and Linsonen. After a few miles, she was gone.
Just chatting. It's just a beautiful day. The sun's out. There's not much wind. It's made it incredible. I probably have maybe 3 miles left. We're going through the town of Vicarets.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we have about 20 minutes until we get to our town where we're going to be staying tonight. And that will have been, what, it's a little over 9 miles, right close to 9 miles. So it's been a great walk today. We've walked and we've talked, and so
And around this way. Get this town right here.
I almost feel like, oh yeah, there. I almost feel like I could possibly have walked a little further. I don't feel like I need to stop. But I've already made a reservation and we're going to, so. Take a break, do some laundry. Yeah. Devin, I have gotten so many compliments on my glasses. Thank you.
By this point on the way, I was really starting to notice and enjoy the different wildflowers on the trail, and some of the garden flowers as well. One of the hardest things about being away from home for me was the timing. Spring is my favorite time of year at home, and mostly because of the wildflowers and the trees that bloom this time of the year in the Smokies. I didn't expect the natural display to even compare with back home, but I was pleasantly surprised. It even seemed as if Mother Nature was just showing off at this point, and it was making it a lot easier to be here in spring. The people, or pilgrims as they say, were making it nice as well. Although the trail was crowded at times and we started worrying more about making reservations, I found myself looking forward to the communal dinners. Coming into this, I fully expected that we would be participating in meal preparation and cleanup. Mostly cleanup for me, since I'm not much of a cook. So far, that wasn't happening, and for us, it never did. I kind of regret that, but the gatherings that we had so far were very nice, and I know that now this is what the Camino really was. But let's not get too philosophical yet. We have miles to go.
Some madness drives her will.